To execute the project, what you have to do is on whichever laptop you show your project in this, there will be one file called as Tomcat 6.6exe in this case. So you have to double click. Remember this icon. Okay, image you should remember. It will be easy. Otherwise, finding will be difficult in this case. So once this application starts, it will stop at server startup in so and so many seconds. Minimize this. Don't close it until the complete execution of the project. You should not close the this particular window. Why? It is because we have developed a web application. Web application means there is a information exchange between client to client through a mediator. That mediator we call it as server. Say example, you send a message to her. The WhatsApp message will not be sent to you to her directly in this case. What happens is whatever the WhatsApp message you have sent will be sent to USA. There is a server where your information will be stored, and from there when your friend comes online, the message will be delivered to her. So the communication between you both takes place through a mediator in this. This is what we call it as client server architecture. Now you people are the clients and the WhatsApp is the server in this case. Okay, so this kind of application, the server plays a very important role. Suppose the server system itself is off, means whatever data you have sent will not be stored. So obviously she can't receive the data in this case. So for that, this acts like a server in this. All the information exchange between the client and the server is through this particular software called as Tomcat 6. Clear with this? So you should never close this until the complete execution of the project. If somebody else, say in my laptop only, somebody else has already started this project, this server, even if you double click on it, it will automatically open and it will close. You can't have two servers running in the same system. So it will show an error and it will close off. Okay, so one server is very important in this. Minimize this. Next, what you do is you click one more file in your system, which is your project name, something called as student register. As I told you, it is a web application, means these outputs you can see on the web browsers. Google Chrome is one of the web browser. In my system, that is default. If your system has Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge, it will show something like this type of icon. Here it will show student register. In my system, it is Google Chrome, that is a default browser. So it is showing a Google Chrome logo in this case. You double click on this. So once you double click on this, our application will start running in this case. Okay. So here we have two types of user. One is a staff and another is a administrator. Okay, administrator is like he is a principal or he is a main person of this particular website in this case. And for that, for him to log in, here we will select administrator and we have a fixed username password store for him. You can write down or you should remember this. That is easy. It is 987654321. That is 920 in the reverse direction. Same is the password. And click on login. So once you log in, these are the operations that is performed by the administrator. This is the administrator homepage. So here what all he can do? He can add a new staff in this case. Say we'll add a staff, say Suman ma'am, and add her mobile number. So I'll keep some random number in this case. Then email ID. Suman@gmail.com. I think so. Suman is not there. I hope yes. So we'll add her. Suman mobile number. That's suman@gmail.com. Password, we will keep the mobile number itself. And now she is being assigned to second semester in this. Now this is something like we are creating a registration of the staff to which semester they belong to. Say what I am doing is I am making them as a class teacher of this particular semester in this case. For semester 1 I have registered my name itself. So here I will give it as semester 2. So like this, for each semester you will add one particular staff in this case. Now you can go to view staff and here we have two staffs in this case, myself and one more is Suman in this. And here it is telling which semester they have been assigned. Okay, now since most of the students are in the first semester only, I'll log in as a first semester data on itself, but I'll show you how it works. Next, add subject. In the add subject, you have to select for which particular semester you are adding the data. For first semester, I have already added. We'll go with the second semester. Say subject code will give some BCA 2001. That is a subject code in this case. Then which subject it is? Say we will have data. And what is the minimum marks to pass that particular subject? Say it is 35. Maximum marks is 100. That is, they can score up to 100. Click on register. So that information will be added. It says subject added successfully. Click OK. So you can go to view subjects in this, and here you can search a particular semester. Say if I take semester 2, click on search. It will show me all the subjects that are assigned for second semester. So same way, if I select first semester, click on search, it will show me all the subjects. Clear with this point? Next, third operation is add student. Say add student, we'll add the name. Yes, related? Huh? SHRWDEVI. Yes, is missing. Okay. Register number? SW23. BCA.
076.
BCA 076. So next, just one random mobile number in this. At semester, I'll assign you to semester 2 itself. Register. So student registered successfully. So student is added. Now you can go to view student, and here is all the list of students. Most of them are in the first semester. I have tested for first semester. Okay, but when we are explaining, if you want to add it's third semester students, you should add everything. You have to add on staff, you have to add the subjects, and you have to add the students also in this. Okay, so you have to add at least multiple subjects in this for that particular semester in this case. So administrative work is adding all the data, viewing all the data in this case, and that's it. Close from there. Okay. Now the staff logs in this case. We have two options for the staff. One is my details itself, or I can add another student in the other staff in this. Just now we have added Suman in this case. So that is probably it was 8. Let me log in with my details itself. So I'll take staff. I'll log in with my details. In the class, don't enter my details in front of them. You should add your own staff details, put them in this. Sorry about that. Staff is password Vivek. Yes. So I have logged into the staff details. So staff details have been assigned to first semester in this. So click on marks entry. All the subjects that are related to first semester will be displayed to me because I am assigned to first semester in this case. So I'll select Kannada subject. These are all the students who were assigned to the first semester. You have to enter the marks that is scored by them. Okay, so let me enter the marks and click on submit. So marks submitted. Once it is submitted, you can't resubmit it. If you try to enter, say for Kannada, I just gave marks, and if I try to submit, it will say marks already submitted, so you can't resubmit the data. So it is only once the data can be submitted in this case. And then he can view all the students who are registered. He can see no restriction of first semester only. He can see all the students in this case. Then we will go for the view student performance. So in view student performance, we have to enter the register number of that particular student in this case. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So register number 1. This is one student register number. I'll say get details. It will search for that record, and it should not take so much time. I don't know why. Generally, it won't take this much time to retrieve. Okay. Login as staff, mobile data, view student performance, enter the student ID, click on search. Okay, we'll see, because it should not take so much time in this. What I will do is, the student wants to view the result. Okay, So I'll log out in this. Student need not log in to check the result. Okay. So beside home there is an option called result. Click here. Which semester result he wants to check. He will select the semester. He will select, enter the register number and click on get details. And once you get details, it should display. Morning only it was working fine. That's why it was giving an error, and not error, it was taking more time. So now staff login, we'll go for view student performance, enter the ID of the student in this, get details, it will show the details in this. Like which subject code it is, or first here it will show the details of the student in this, then subject code, subject name, minimum marks, how much it should be, maximum marks, how much it should be, and total marks that is scored by the student. And here remark, if any one subject he has failed, the result will be failed in this case. Okay, so like this you can search for other students also. So it is another name called Rani. So all are failed. First subject I have failed everyone. So 3, none of them have passed. Okay, so like this, the staff can view the result in this. If the student wants to view the result, they will be having an option outside itself. So click on result. Here they will enter which semester they want to view, and they will enter the register number. They will get the data in this case. Got that point? So this is how you have to. So first you have to log in as an administrator, add a staff, add subject, and add students in this. Then log out from there, log in as staff, select a particular subject, enter the marks of the student in this. And in the view performance, he can see the how all the subjects he has performed in this case. Students want to view the result, just go outside. You have an option called results. Select the semester which time he wants, and he will be entering his ID. Get details. It will show the details. It will show all the total how much he has scored by adding all these things, and it will display with that. Okay. So based on this, how this is decided. That is based on when we are adding a subject, we told minimum marks and maximum marks. So minimum should be this much, maximum should be this much. Based on that, he has decided that 23 is less than 35, it is failed. 75 is greater than 35, so it is passed. So like this, okay. So, okay. This is all the execution process. Once you have explained the execution, they may ask you some questions on this. Like example, first they will ask you where you have stored this project, in which place this your project code is written. So for that, what you have to do is you have to go to this PC. In this PC, we have C drive. In C drive, we have Tomcat 6. In this Tomcat 6, there is one more folder called as Web Apps. Inside Web Apps, there is a folder called as Student Register. And in the Student Register, we have all the pages stored in this. Okay. If they ask you to make any change, say example, now this is the output page. They will say student result is the text. They may ask you to tell that change this text as final result. So what you have to do is, you have to see the name of the page on the top here, check result.jsp. Open that particular folder, that is check result.jsp. Here if you scroll down, you will find the text, that is student result. It is here, student result. So here we will change it as final result. FIN, say final result. Any change you make, you have to save this, go to your web page, refresh, and it will say final. Okay, so this is a front end change. They may ask you, it can be any page.
Final marks back end.
Yeah, back end. Log out example, if you are logged in as a staff.
Back end. You change the name now.
Here it is the name of a file. Check result check result.jsp. Okay. This file, it is stored in your this PC Tomcat Web Apps Student Register. Here you have the file, check the
Just
result.
this.
Double click on this, the page will open.
You have to change them.
Here you have to change whatever you want. Got this? But this data is displayed dynamically. Remember that. This data is all dynamic data in this. Dynamic data means it has been brought from the database. That code is here. Now you can't search the name called as C language here. You can't see C language anywhere because those data are retrieved dynamically in the system. Okay. So here is that subject code, rs.subject code, rs.subject name. These are the data which you have retrieved from the database. You can only change the labels in this case, like final result, student, USN, semester, student name. This is all data again from database. You can't change this. Whichever you are seeing in dark font, you can change them. Simple words. Got this point? So like this, they may ask you any page. They may ask you to make changes in any pages. So you should make sure go to the see the URL of that page, open that page, search for the word, change it in this. Got this point? Next, when you register a particular data, say example, you go to administrator and here you will say add subject and you have added all these data, clicked on register. So when you click on register, they may ask you, show me where this data is stored. Okay, it should be stored in some place so that it should be displayed to the user. So if they ask you where it is stored, for that you have to open the database software that we are using is MySQL. So you type MySQL, it will show this MySQL client line, click on this. It will ask for a password, the password is root at 123 R capital. Click on enter, it will open the database. Okay. Root at 123. Okay, where R is capital. And here your database name is important. So if they ask you what is the name of your database, it is student marks. So what you have to do is you have to type use student marks, click on enter, it will say database changed. Means now the database now you are working on is student data in this case. Here you type a command called show tables. It is showing you all the name of the tables that exist in your database. So you should tell, if they ask you a question directly, how many database tables you have? You should tell 4 tables that we have in this case. What are these tables? Say TBL marks, that is used to store the marks of the student. The name will tell you TBL staff, means when we added a new staff, their data will be stored in this. We added a new student, it will be stored in TBL student. We have added a new subject, it will be stored in TBL subject. By name itself, we will get to know which table is for what purpose. And if they have told you, show me where you have stored this data. So in that case, you should write a query, select star from TBL subject. Click semicolon, enter. It will show all the data that was stored. That was stored just in front of you. If you add register one staff and they will ask you, show me where is that staff data stored. You have to write very simple. It is select star from TBL star. Star STAFF. L is missing here. TBL star. So Vivek was added earlier. Now just now I have added Suman. So you should show them that that data is stored in this particular place. Then you should prove that this project is done by you only. And if you have these information, like where in which page I have to make changes in the front end, where the data is stored in which table, if you know these things, then they'll get to know, at least you know something about the project in this case. Clear with this point? Now what are the softwares that we are using? We are using JDK software because it's a Java code in this. Backend we are using Java language. And front end we have designed using HTML. All this is HTML in this case. Okay, so these tags are designed using HTML tags. These images are put using HTML tag in this case. So this is, we call it as front end. Coding language, we have used Java language in this. And for Java language to execute, you need JDK software. That is a translator. Backend, that is where your database has been stored. That database software we are using is MySQL in this. So you should know these things, like what is the front end, what is the coding language, what is the backend you are using. Now, if they ask you a question, why you are using Java language? Why not other languages? Why not C sharp? Why not C language? Why not C sharp, C++? What you tell? Why you have selected Java only? Or why you have used HTML? Why you have used MySQL? It is because C language does not support web applications. You can't design something like this using C language. So I can't use C language. If you want to have this kind of design or an interface, you must use a HTML interface. Why you are using Java language? Why not C sharp in this case? Java language is platform free, platform independent, means I have a Windows 10 system. If student brings a laptop which is having Windows 11, the same program should run there without any error. If the student brings a Linux operating system, the same software should run there without any errors in this case. So in that case, Java language we call it as platform independent. Means I can run it if I have created the software in Windows 10, I can run it in Windows 11, I can run it in Linux, you can run it in Solaris, whichever operating system you want. That is what we call it as platform independency. Next is it is an open source. Open source means I need not purchase this particular software by paying the amount, because to run the Java program we need JDK. JDK is not a paid version, it is a free version. Means you need not purchase the license to have that particular software in this case. So these are the two advantages. One is a platform independency, second it is a open source. Hence for these two advantages we are using the JDK or Java in this case. Same thing with the MySQL and HTML also. They are also platform independent, they are also open source. So we can run these applications on any operating system without paying any extra charges for that. Hence we are using these languages. You must understood this? Any doubts still there? No? When you will bring your system, or my system is there, but at least